I listen to more Drake than I do Kendrick Lamar. But I know how to be objective.
I'm being exotic, she's a robotic, so we can make billions from building a hobby.
What's up? It's been about 24 hours. Everyone's had their little reactions and done their reviews and breakdowns, but I've noticed something. It seems like people are very challenged with the idea of not being biased. What I wanted to do was come up with a scale that would grade a verse on different aspects and criteria that would deem a verse a God tier verse or a basic verse, something mid. So what I came up with was called the 36-point Tona scale. For those that don't know, I used to do music way back when I was younger. I've made songs, I've done shows, I've been in label meetings, I've released albums, done projects, I've gotten features from major label artists. So I've got a little bit of experience, and I think that's enough experience for me to be able to come up with this scale, especially as a fan of hip hop. So here's some examples of some times that the scale was used. We did the Jay-Z God Did verse, and I was a B. We did Beanie Siegel's It's On verse. His first verse, we did It's On, and it was a B. Jay-Z It's On verse 2, and he got an A. What More Can I Say? Third verse of that received an A. And Beanie Siegel's second verse, It's On, got an A as well. So we're gonna start with Drake's Push-Ups. Now we're gonna use this for a whole song. I've never done this before. Really, it should be Like That versus Push-Ups. However, for the sake of this discussion and this experiment, we're gonna use Push-Ups and the response is Euphoria. Let's listen to the whole thing and then we'll go through it. Can I just say Push-Ups is a horrible name? Sounds like such a sassy title for a song. For rhyming, I'm gonna give Drake 4 points. I'm gonna give punchlines 4. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone? A very, very effective, very, very simple usage of a punchline. Versatility, the flow switched several times. 3 points for that. I didn't feel like there was a lot of wordplay in this at all, like rhyming within bars or anything like that. Wordplay wise, we're gonna give him a 0. Word scheme though, he used that multiple times, so I'll give him 3 points for that. For substance, I'm gonna give Drake a 1. Entertainment was 3. All right, there's multiple one-liners in this that are hilarious. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Which brings me to the point, this song was not a Kendrick diss exclusively. This was actually Drake going at multiple people. I'm very, very interested to see how Drake fires back, and if he just fires at Kendrick specifically, or if he includes, like, say, a Ross. Moving on, the Takeoff. I Can Never Be Nobody #1 fan. Your first hit record, had to put it in your hand. That's a 2 to me. That's 4 points for a Takeoff. Landing, drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up. And that's the definition of sticking a landing. So I'm gonna say 2. I don't think it's a lot of innovation in this. I think that including DJ Academics, what top 5 you smoking on Kendrick? Now we're including streamers as cosigns, right? To help send messages home. I feel like that and the drop and the Metro line, I give him a 1. You also have to take in consideration there's not a lot of verses or songs that innovate. And presence, 4. To compare the presence on J. Cole's 7-minute drill, his presence would not be a full point presence. It would probably be half.
Half? I take half his shit.
Wasn't very convincing. He wasn't really enthused. It didn't feel like he was there. Drake was here. He stood up for this. He stood on it. Cadence, I'm gonna give him a 2. That boy rolled this beat. He slid all over it. Pause. I'm in the middle of editing and I had to put that one in there. Woo! All right, so that's Drake Push-Ups. Let's listen to Euphoria. And I can see this thing is still doing that bouncing back and forth thing, but I thought I would have fixed it with an update. I clearly don't know how to work my camera.
Woo! Shit, my man,
Euphoria.
All right, rhyming, I'm gonna give it a 4. Top tier lyricism, we seeing it. Punchlines, this is gonna be a highly debatable topic because I cannot give him full points because I do not feel like Kendrick is good at the setup punchline. He says things that could be clever, but they're not said cleverly. It's said more organically and kind of just said. So I'm giving him 2 points for punchlines. It's one of the reasons why I don't think Kendrick is as celebrated as, say, as a J. Cole when it comes to the setup punchline aspect of it. So for versatility, I'm gonna say that Kendrick was kind of like flipping his flows throughout the entire thing. So 4 points for that. We'll give him a 3. Clear usage of wordplay, rhyming within bars in this. Very abstract. We'll give him a 3 full points for that as well. This is what I did not see in the boy Aubrey. Word scheme, I'm giving a 3. Substance, I'm giving it a 3. He said some very interesting and intricate things that are very sharp daggers towards Drake. It's not just like poking fun at his pockets. And I think that was substance. That's that meat that we was looking for. Pause. We can get a lot of that from push-ups. Push-ups is more like a backup jab. Kendrick ups the ante here, and he clearly goes in and says some things that kind of like really hit home. Almost reminiscent of when J. Cole was like walking around with a constant facade. Like that was a dig, like a very sharp dig at Kendrick. So much so that I think that's one of the reasons why J. Cole ended up stepping back and saying, you know what? I don't really want to go here with this because I don't like the way this is going to go. Anyway, Entertainment 3, highly entertaining. Lots of one-liners in here and things that people are going to say out loud. Takeoff. That takeoff was absolutely exquisite, and the landing just as exquisite. Innovation, I'm going to give him a 2 here. Not things that haven't been done before. Presence, Kendrick is here. He's ready for it. We hear it in his voice. And cadence, you know what? I'm going to be fair. There's points in it where Kendrick almost kind of falls off beat with it. And I can only be objective and say, hey, it is what it is. Say a Royce. Royce is very, very sharp and on beat with it. Lupe is very sharp and stays in that pocket. I feel like Kendrick knows how to flow and slide in that pocket, but he's not really good at like sticking it and just like pop, 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 pop on cadence. So he loses a point for that. Overall, though, we have a very fair answer to what people are saying. I think this really speaks to what the community is speaking to as well. Kendrick Euphoria has an 89, that's almost an A. Drake's Push-Ups, an 81, which is almost a C. Both of them B tier verses, and I think that no one would disagree with that. I'm personally a Drake fan. I've been to Drake concerts. I listen to more Drake than I do Kendrick Lamar. But I know how to be objective. This is the opportunity for Drake to kind of come back, because the areas that I would say that it's very clear that he needs to improve in, if he adds some wordplay, he brings a little more substance, some of that substance that J. Cole was talking about, and do something a little more innovating. Now, this isn't about opinions and shock value and hype and hoopla, right? But if you have any suggestions for how I can improve this scale, please leave a comment below. And while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I plan on talking about hip-hop just as much as I plan on talking about comics. I wanted to start with a Lupe Fiasco video, but I kind of just, I said it before, I can't really sit back and not speak on this. So thanks for watching, and until next time, still doing that shaky stuff. I don't know why it's doing that. It's shaky, shaky, shaky.